Stand tall, Five Claw.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Messing around a bit with trying to do vertical, but just showing it as a regular stream, so no idea how that works. Anyways, let's actually just get some game going. Continue questing in Vardenfell. Oh, and we'll of course have to summon our trusty Feral Guardian.
Those ruins belong to Galgala and his curse. You sent those people to their deaths.
Your tales of make-believe may scare off gullible travelers, but not me. Those ruins belong to me now. My people will be cleansing this curse in no time.
You will only join Galgala's collection of puppets. If we see you again, we will assume you are a vessel of his and kill you on sight. You have been warned.
These Ashlanders are fools, stuck in their primitive fictions. Galgala and his curse are supposed to scare me? Ha! Wait, who are you? Why are you speaking to me? Well, you're tardy. I sent the others ahead. May as well settle in here. At the rate you move, they'll be back before we finish this conversation. And whose fault is that? Every day that land sits useless. It's my coffers that suffer. I wasn't about to let Theo squander our time entertaining the tall tales of these Ashlanders. The fewer of these body-snatcher fables they hear, the better. Malignant spirits, that's enough to do their job. Or it should be, if they're such experts. If you'd like to do yours, Valenvarion is to the east, through the pass.
Just going to end the vertical YouTube thing. Doesn't seem to really be working the way it should. Who needs vertical anyways? Would probably open the Twitch stream just to check that it is actually working. Seems okay. Hey Stella, at the moment we're doing a quest for the Ashlanders. Oh, well, for some ghost hunters involving the Ashlanders. Then it's back to the Divine Delusions, the main quest. Out here in beautiful, ashy Vardenfell. Also thinking about maybe doing some Eternal Archives, because I kind of want the Warden set as well.
This land is more hostile than I expected. Maybe we should have gone with Farwen to set the wards.
Assuage your doubts, my friend.
You made it! Lord Thonlin ushered us out of the camp so fast we almost didn't get supplies. Bastard threatened to pull our contract if we didn't hurry up. Luckily, this case seems fairly standard. Just some mad spirits we need to put to rest. Well, we have a name, Galgala. That'll help us call him out, find out what's ailing him and all that. That'll make things a little bit easier, so long as he's not one of those spirits that tries to possess people or something.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to use this character as a way to just do some questing instead of chasing the next thing all the time. Actually enjoy some of the quest content.
Wait, what? That changes things. A lot. We've only dealt with a possession spirit once. We lost our friend Lonnie dealing with it. That bastard Thonlin said nothing about this. We need Farwen's ward set up, fast. She went to set her protection wards around the site. Standard practice is to scout for optimal placement. Find Farwen and make sure those wards get set. It should buy us time to figure things out. That'll be a start. Do what you need to in order to get Farwen back here safely. We can't waste any time. Possession spirits aren't to be taken lightly. I'd love to, but she's tight-lipped about the secrets of her old gods. Maybe I should be less stingy in my donations. Shars and I know a trick or two of our own, but it's Farwen's wards that have always kept us safe. We'd be lost without her.
I see the ghosts are still on my land at Theo, and here you are just standing around.
Yes.
Join us, Lord Thonlin.
And
Your motivational presence won't...
when Gold Road comes out in June, we'll actually be able to travel from one end to the other. The Gold Road will be filling in roughly this area. So then you'll be able to walk from Necrom in the east all the way down here and up and down to Daggerfall. Then you can take a boat to, I think, either High Isle or Volkelgard, and then from there to Somerset or High Isle. Yes, this game is getting quite large. And then you have stuff like in Skyrim, you have the Greymoor Caverns of Blackreach, and you also have Apocrypha and Deadlands and Fargrave. Deadlands is just a DLC, so it's not very big. But you bump into different pockets of the Deadlands a few times in the game. Clockwork, Cold Harbor. Yeah, the game has gotten quite big, and they're not even done filling in the Tamriel map yet.
You must pardon me a moment. I require focus while I commune with the old gods. They will show me the Jahida of this place and guide my placement of their protective wards. Your help is appreciated. I can fend for myself, but conjuring these wards is taxing, and establishing a spirit barrier is only the first step. I must continually channel the flow of magic to maintain it for any extended period of time. The wards must align around a focal point as near to the haunting as we dare. Poorly placed, the spirit barrier could appear in an undesirable location. Inside solid rock, for instance, and I'll only have the strength to attempt this once. A body shifter? Old gods protect us. Not everyone survived our last brush with something like that. I must pray. There. The old gods have lit the way. I shall follow you and save my strength for my magics. Not good. These spirits are being drawn to where our wards need to be placed.
It's so nice to have visitors, and so many. Who shall be my favorite, I wonder?
It's done. The spirit knows what we're up to. We need to hurry before it decides to stop toying with us.
I don't really play much in first person, so I haven't recreated the add-on layout I had previously with less stuff on the screen. Kind of a lot happening. Also one of the reasons why I generally don't play in first person, because you can't actually see what's going on around you.
Now, aren't you an interesting pair? More lively than the other ones. More vital. I look forward to wearing your skin.
This evil has lingered here for a very long time, but have faith that the old god's power is far older.
And Stella, if you're around still, how does the stream look? The picture quality?
Clear the way and we'll be safe soon enough.
Always kind of hard to judge, I feel.
Pretty hopeful smile. I'll have to practice it.
No! Touch the light! Set the ward! Ah!
Oh, she's gone. This just turned into a rescue mission. How's the quality of the stream when I'm in first person?
My righteous friend, what are you doing with your hands?
It intimidates the ghosts when I stand like this. It tricks them into believing that I'm the one wielding this power.
You look like an idiot.
Be gone, evil spirits. Be gone. Oh, hey. It worked. Well, at least the ward is keeping the spirits out for now. Which is good, considering we're nothing more than vessels to them. I'm not ready to give up my body just yet. Still some good years in this one. But where's Farwen? She must be with you. We have to get her back before it's too late. She's not lost. It's no easy thing casting a living soul from its body. We have time, but she's not the only one in danger. This shield won't last very long without Farwen channeling magic to it. I don't suppose he offered us a handy map or some directions to where he's hiding. No, of course not. This damn spirit wants to use one of our own against us. Well, two can play at that. If we can lure a spirit into this ward, we'll have it under our control. Temporarily, anyways. We'll be able to question it. If the spirit is bound to this Galgala, it'll be compelled to tell us where he hides. By breaking it down to its very essence and then rebuilding it again. I need you to destroy these spirits until you find one powerful enough that its essence remains. Bring that essence back to us, and we'll do the rest.
Join us for eternity.
Okay, well, it's good that it actually looks nice. It's kind of the point of doing the whole 1440. Also, I completely missed the objective.
We're ready to begin the summoning. Rise up, spirit, and be bound to my command.
Why do you summon me, vessels?
Vengeful spirit, you will tell us where your master holds our friend.
Silence, weaklings. I will speak to the one who brought me here.
Wait, that's not how this is supposed to work.
You lack the will to command me.
Another thing that's a potential problem with playing in first person is that people who have simulation sickness won't be able to watch you if you're playing in first person. Which, thankfully, I don't have it bad enough that I notice, but some people apparently can't even watch first person games being played.
Yes, you are strong. I understand Galgala's interest now. You will make a fine vessel. Ask what you will, but our time is short. Determine your questions wisely. Galgala does not hide, but a good first question. He is not here. This ruin merely acts as a dungeon for his captive souls. You will know it soon enough. His fortress is near, if you look closely. The lava pass under the bridge of stone. She clings to her shell. Our master likes to toy with his puppets before their end. I remember my death vividly. If Galgala were to be defeated, I'd not be saddened. But there would be consequences. Last question. Choose carefully.
Ooh, an actual instance where we have to make a choice. Rare in an MMO. I don't remember if there are actual consequences to this, but I guess we have to make a choice. Do we banish Galgala, or do we save Farwen? Yes, the Souls games are third person for a similar reason. So you have to You have to simulate the person actually being in the space, and in the video game, the easiest way to do that is to make it third person, so you have roughly the same information you would have if you were in that situation. Say a far one. Okay.
Your friend will die soon. Destroy Galgala's vessel, and his essence will seek safe harbor in her weakened body. His power will sustain it, and she will live, buying her a few more precious years, if she's strong enough to suppress him. I'm sure you do. I'd like to see how this ends, but alas.
And there goes our ward. Guess Farwin's spell could only hold so long without her being here.
Ward or not, I expect my land to be cleared, and soon.
Of course, our patron in this quest is a House Dunmer who's really just in it for the money.
We sure are out in the open now, aren't we? I hate to admit it, but we're in over our heads. We have to do something to get Farwin back, but you heard what the spirit said. Shars and I aren't warriors. There's no way we're defeating Galgala. I mean, I know you're supposed to be our bodyguard. I just didn't expect we'd need the position to be taken quite so literally. You know what? I'm going to let you do your job. I might even know where Galgala is. Right. We passed it on our way here, just south. I'll mark it for you. Go and do whatever it takes to save our friend. Farwin's strong. If anyone can deal with an evil spirit in them, it's her. It's too dangerous to stick around without the wards. We'll drag Lord Thonlin back to safety, kicking and screaming if we have to. I don't care about the money, just save Farwin. But if you do banish Galgala, we'll have means to celebrate with. All right, team, we're packing up and heading back to town. Our friend will handle it from here.
What? What are you talking about? You've hardly done anything. I expect you to clear this room, not run away with your tail tucked between your legs.
Okay. Say hi to the doggos for me.
Here you are. I had hoped to greet you as a friend, but we will be very close. Too strong. I can't have you, but fortunately, I have other playthings.
Free? Am I free? I was a prisoner. I can't think. I had to get away. I feel better now. The pain, it's fading. I feel so light, drifting away. Am I dead? Galgala. Yes, his presence is all around, smothering. I need to rest. I'm so tired. Just let me lie down for a moment. I have to stay awake. My body feels so heavy, but gods, it hurts. I can feel him clawing at the back of my eyes. I don't know that I can do this. I don't know. Finish me. End my life before this spirit can take control. I don't want to be his puppet.
Oh, another choice. Well, we wanted to save her, so we're going to tell her no. You must fight this.
What do you know? Oh my gods! The irony. My fate left in the hands of my faith. I want to live. Divines, you hear me? I am going to live! He's quiet now. He's quiet. Yes, get out of here!
I have a feeling the ghost isn't really gone. So let's go get these lore books. Actually, this way is probably faster.
And our hero returns. Let's hear it for our friend here.
To bravery, honor, and righteousness.
May the old god's blessings be upon you.
We were wondering when you were going to arrive. I told the others to wait until you got here before we began celebrating, but Shars found the drinks and one thing led to another and, well, I'm glad that you're here now. Good spirits. I'll have to remember that one. Why wouldn't we be? You saved our dear Farwyn and rid the world of a terrible evil. Farwyn told us all about your battle to banish Galgala, the stuff of legends. She said you destroyed his material body and drove him out of those ruins. With Galgala gone, those other bound spirits will clear out soon enough as well. Not even Lord Thonland can argue the results. Our job is a success because of you. As promised, here's your payment. I even threw in some extra for going above and beyond what we could have ever asked of you. If we ever decide to start an official Ghost Hunters Guild, you'll be the first to know, my friend.
Presumably that doesn't happen, because I don't remember there being any ghost hunting guilds in the single-player games.
If you'll all excuse me, I'm going to find some more wine. This day has been quite taxing. I'm sorry. I just needed to take a little breather away from everyone. Just a bit to get my strength back. Then I'll be as good as normal.
Could you imagine a ghost hunting guild in Elder Scrolls 3? Would be quite a lot of work getting rid of all the ghosts.
No one needs to know what actually happened to Galgala. I have things under control. He's gone from the ruins, which means we did our job and get paid. Why else does it matter? I'm thankful for your concern, but the Eight will protect me and guide my hand. Now please, you're making much out of nothing. I will be fine. Did I say the Eight? I believe in all gods, the Eight included. It's part of my strength. In fact, I should pray. Right now. Good day.
Now, let's go to the Cavern of the Incarnates. I remember there's a haunted house quest in Skyrim. Not sure I ever did it in Oblivion. Kinda mainlined Oblivion.
Azura is my shield, you foul creatures. Thank you for aiding me, but I sense you came for a different purpose. Let's talk inside the cavern. An outlander. Surely there must be another way. No, my lady, of course not. I'll do as you ask. Come here, outlander. We must talk. It feels strange to talk to an outlander in such a sacred place, but the Queen of the Night Sky insists. I need to render judgment on an important claim, and she says you can help me reach the correct decision. Words of truth from the mouth of an outlander. Remarkable. The Red Exiles and a few others believe that Chodala is the Nerevarine. He's convinced them, but not me. I came here to consider my options. I fear a bloodbath if I oppose his claim. Perhaps, but I must remain impartial. If someone else reveals the flaws in Chodala's claims by comparing him to the failed incarnates, that might do the trick.
Yeah, I messed around a bit with Oblivion last year, and it holds up surprisingly well. Also hoping someone will redo the in-game assets for both Morrowind and Oblivion now that RTX Remix is a real thing that people can use.
We thought the Incarnates were possessed by the spirit of Nerevar, but each had a critical flaw that made them destined to fail to fulfill the prophecy. Their spirits reside here. Yes, you should speak to the Incarnates. I see Azura's wisdom now. Take this pouch of blessed grave dust. Sprinkle a pinch upon the bones of the Incarnates to call forth their spirits. Return to Aldrin after you have learned all you can. Perhaps we can curb Chodala's ambitions before they lead us to war. We need knowledge to defeat Chodala, Outlander. Listen well to what the failed Incarnates have to say. Once I was the hope of my people, but then my claim was proven false. Now I wait, and I hope for the Nerevarion's return. State your question, Outlander, and I shall do as Azura urges. To fulfill the prophecy, I followed a path of blood and war. In the end, my path became a road that led nowhere, and I was cast down from my lofty spot. Take my scroll, and help the wise woman understand the futility of a senseless war.
The Nerevarine remains a promise unfulfilled, and I am as guilty of prideful posturing as every other failed incarnate that occupies this hall. Ask your question and let's be done with this, Outlander. The Nerevarine must listen as well as proclaim. I refuse to accept wise counsel, which led to the doom of my tribe and the end of my quest to embody the spirit of Nerevar. Take my scroll and remind the wise woman that wisdom ignored is ignorance.
We are the failed Incarnates, the Ashlanders who proudly proclaimed themselves to be the Nerevarine, but were found wanting. The Lady of Dawn and Dusk urged us to cooperate. So ask your question, Outlander. Take my scroll and help the wise woman see the lie of unbridled power. I thought myself the reborn Nerevar, for I was the strongest, most powerful warrior in all the land. But power alone won't save my people. In the end, it couldn't even save me.
Mortal, let us speak. I foresaw your usefulness before you even set foot in Vardenfell. Now comes a test that will challenge your ability to separate truth from lies. You must convince the tribes that Chodala is not the Nerevarine. Doversee's wisdom outshines most other mortals. She recognizes the futility of Chodala's claim. If she rebuffs him, however, the tribes will turn on each other, and blood will flow. The staff, Sunra, it makes Chodala confident, reckless. Your instincts served you well. Chodala's path took a dark turn. However, my sight clouds when I look too closely. So Thasiel built Sunra But he did not create it with this vile purpose in mind. You must act on my behalf and Vivek's. Then go. Return to Aldrun and help the wise woman reveal the falsehood of Chodala's claim. And let Saren assist you. She is my champion and a trusted friend of all Ashlanders. Use what the Incarnate shared with you. Their failures point the way toward Chodala's downfall. But beware Chodala's power. He may not be the Nerevarine, but some greater agency has lent strength to his conviction. Due to an ancient pact, I am not permitted to interfere in the affairs of Nirn. Even this casual discussion pushes the boundaries of that agreement. Instead, I must work through trusted agents, such as yourself and Saren. Helping that arrogant imposter? Whatever gave you the idea that I was helping that murderer? Vardenfell must stand. Everything I do in this regard serves that single goal. Best that you remember that, mortal.
Asura, not a big fan of Vivek.
Thank the moon and star. You've returned. The wise woman returned from the cavern of the Incarnate and went right into Scar to meet with the tribes. Chodala's in there too, about to be named the Nerevarine. Tell me you came back with something to stop my brother's rise to power. Of course. Use the tales of the failed Incarnates to counter Chodala's arguments. That's brilliant. Well, except for one problem.
Yeah, so Vivek is the, I guess, is the main quest giver in the main quest in ESO's Morrowind story, or Vardenfell story. I don't know if you remember, but when I showed you guys ESO in your Discord, Stella, we went to look at Vivek.
An Outlander has no status in the Council. The Ashlanders won't listen to a word you say. Someone else has to present the arguments. Someone they trust. I suppose that means I have to challenge my brother. With your help, of course. Meet me inside.
All three of the tribunal are in the game, actually, come to think of it. So you meet Almalexia in the vanilla main story. And you meet Vivek in the Vardenfell story. And you meet... Sota Cell in the Clockwork DLC.
Must we continue this farce? It's obvious that I'm the Nerevarine.
Someone has stepped forward to challenge your claim, Chodola.
Seren, I'm disappointed in you, dear sister.
Enough. I shall hear your arguments and render my decision.
Even the Outlander can see that I'm the most powerful Ashkan. My strength alone proves that I am the Nerevarine.
Oh no, now I have to remember a thing.
Chodola puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim. Give me the scroll that discounts such a trait for the Nerevarine.
I should be able to reread the scrolls. Let's see. Ranso, maybe?
Chodola puts forth his great strength. Yes, that's a sound argument. Incarnate, appear!
As a warrior and as an Ashkan, I was the most powerful of my age. But for all my strength, I failed my people. Don't follow my example.
The faithless houses dare to threaten our land, but we shall meet them in battle, and I will lead us to victory.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument?
We all remember things sometimes. Also, Vivek is kind of hard to forget.
Makes sense. I'll try that. Incarnate, appear!
I thought the path to the Nerevarine was a path of blood and battle, but my love of war was my undoing. War is not the way.
These failed incarnates prove nothing. I need no counsel but my own, as befits my status as the Nerevarine.
I think it's working. One more strong assertion, and that should do it. Of course. Let's see what happens. Incarnate, appear!
I refuse to accept the counsel of the wise women and the Ashkans. I thought I knew best, but I knew nothing. That is not the way of the Nerevarine.
Seren and the Outlander, their arguments have merit. Chodola, we deny your claim. You are not the Nerevarine.
This proves nothing! Look how the staff protects me! I am the Nerevarine! Red Exiles, slay
Brother,
me!
no!
Go to my hut and get my healer's sack. Now.
Right away.
Yeah, I've been watching
Come.
Ophelia playing the Tribunal DLC, and it's quite a thing.
With you. Chodola has been revealed as a failed Nerevarine, but that hasn't dissuaded him from his reckless course of action. As long as he wields the staff,
He shall be unstoppable.
Is her username just Ophelia now? Let's try that. Yeah.
And Caravan and Wilhelm, you see Tail and Kajaji walk away without really waiting for either of you to make your decision.
I guess we are going now. Why are we going so fast? What is happening?
I just, before we go to bed, I want to see if I can find out who's in this fight. It occurred to me we don't know who we're up against.
You want to go in knowing what you're up against. This makes sense. Perhaps Argonian does have brain, and she'll just like knock on your head with her paw.
Okay, this clip is really long.
Yes, perhaps there is something in there.
Quite a few good streamers in that clip, actually.
Time is against you, mortal. Even now, Vivek, that pompous usurper, grows increasingly weaker. As much as I deplore him, Vivek cannot fall to Chodala's vile magic. There's another power at work here. One I can't quite put my finger on. Return to Vivek City. Do what you can to aid Vivek, and pay heed to my faithful vessel, Saren. I name her Champion of the Moon and Star. She will play a pivotal role in ending her brother's march toward godhood, if she survives.
That was exhilarating.
By the way, did that clip have, the shoutout clip have audio? Always unsure, because OBS doesn't always like these shoutout services. Yeah, Ophelia plays Elder Scrolls a lot, and she also does like tabletop RPG stuff. Okay, good. I was using streamer.help, and that didn't always have audio. Now I'm using, I think it's called Twitch Guru.
I don't have to go, you know. I can help clean things up around here. I know how to keep a low profile. This isn't up for debate or going.
The priest seemed nervous today.
As a god weakens, so too does his city suffer. I know my people grow fearful. Even the Archcanon is distressed. But the energy that remains to me holds the moonlit in the sky, at least for now. So what news does my eyes and ears bring to me?
This whole thing about the moonlit, I knew immediately wouldn't actually be a big deal. Because obviously those of us who played Test 3 know that the moonlit is still there.
How this upstart Ashlander learned to attune Sotha Seal's tool confounds my understanding. And he dares use my power? Still, your help is appreciated. Every strike and parry takes us one step closer to ending this threat and restoring my vitality.
Due to Lord Vivek's condition, it falls upon us to find a solution. Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damned staff. How should I know? That's not a skill the tribunal teaches. Return to Barrelzar's tower and get Sothasil's former apprentice to come up with some kind of countermeasure. I'm sure he knows more than he's told you. I do have one concern, though. You see right through me, Outlander. I have more worries than a Kwama queen has eggs. I'm talking about Chodala's sister. Seren claims to want to help, to want peace, but I don't trust her. Seek out Barrelzar, but be wary of the Ashlander's sister. We need to stop Chodala, and to do that, we need to find a way to overcome the device he's wielding. Find Barrelzar and make sure that crazy mage provides you with something we can use to save Lord Vivek.
Yeah, I'm probably going to call it soon-ish myself. Mostly just wanted to see if I could get the Shorts live thing to work, but it doesn't seem like it worked the way I thought it would. Also orienting stuff vertically, bit of a nightmare. So I think I'm going to do one arc in the Infinite Archive. Then after that, I'm just going to call it.
wanted me to pass along their well wishes for this fight.
My turn to pick the mimic fragment out of an ink puddle. I'm ecstatic.
Pesky calligraphy is a sound thrashing.
Calligraphy should fear you, but I doubt they can feel fear.
Ah, this is first time I see Limnoros in here, I think.
Research back at the Index. I volunteered to come retrieve this.
That's good to hear. I was wondering about getting a weighted blanket or duvet for myself as well.
Don't hesitate to return to the index if you need to resupply.
So I cannot lay still when I'm sleeping.
And return to arranging my wings of the archive.
Don't get rewards. Our work is always satisfactory, and therefore its own reward.
That sounds nice. Probably, if I get one, I'll probably get one from a local store.
I read all that you are. I command you to come here.
You cannot kill me.
took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out that when she does the shield thing, you're supposed to stop damaging her. It's not the shield to break, it's the shield to punish people who do too much damage.
I should check on the filers. If I leave them alone for too long, they start filing my desk. There are more to fight, but I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Hey, Calantax, I didn't see you. And Twitch chat doesn't have timestamps. That's annoying. Well, you joined just in time for me to say goodnight. It's yeah, I'm looking at the options, but there's no I don't see an option for timestamps. Look at that, that's some other point. I'm slowly fading. I think I'm going to call it a night. Chat appearance. Chat appearance. Oh, there's a sub-menu to the sub-menu. There it is. And we have timestamps. Yeah, good night, Stella. Good night, Calantax. And good night to anyone who might have been just chilling, lurking.